In this video, I trade this in for this. Skyscrapers are exchanged for towering cliffs. We ride highways that disappear into mountain ranges and roads that become as sandy as a coastal beach. All with dear friends. This and more coming up as we ride to New Mexico. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. As many of you know, it's been a while since we posted our last video. And Clay and I want to thank so many of you who have reached out to us to confirm or check on us to make sure all is well. And yes, all is well. Clay and I have simply been doing some remodeling here at the house, a couple of upgrades on the RV and the F350. So we have some content coming. In fact, this video, I take a 3-day ride out to New Mexico on the Harley. And I think you'll enjoy the video even if you're not into motorcycling per se, because it's just a beautiful, beautiful ride. So the first 2 days, not a whole lot to see. I'll show you a little bit. But then the third day is when we really kind of get into some beautiful, beautiful scenery. So if you like the video, make sure you smash that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Without any further ado, let's get to the ride. Okay, right now I'm rolling south of Atlanta en route to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's a little over 500-mile ride today, and we have a threat of some severe storms, including tornadoes and hail. So I'll make sure I keep a weathered eye out for any trouble in case I have to take cover. But now I'm traveling on I-85 south, and not much to see here, so I'll turn it off and I'll check back with you a little bit later. Okay, right up here I'm going to take I-675 south through Mobile. And now I'm going to take I-10, take me over to Mississippi, on into Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And so far I've dodged all the bad weather, so still have a couple hours to go, but so far so good. Okay, I just made it to Baton Rouge, where I'll be meeting some great friends who will be taking the ride to New Mexico with me. And we're staying here at Saint's house with his wonderful family as the host. Man, I must be living right, because I just hit the rain about 10 minutes ago, so I really did pretty well considering what the forecast was for. I'm gonna get beat up all day, so I got nothing to complain about. Right. I did good, man.
Well, hopefully the forecast improves like that for us, because we're only supposed to hit probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour of it in the morning, and then we're good.
Really? Shortly after arriving to Saint's house, he took the crew to eat some Cajun food. I'm told it was delicious, but no Tread and I, well, we opted for a more traditional dinner. Later that night, sleeping arrangements were made, along with a dog named Harley to cuddle with. Well, good morning. This is day 2 of our ride in New Mexico. And as you can see, we're getting an early start on it. In fact, it's a 5 a.m., around 5 a.m. here Central Time. And we're starting very early because we have a 740-mile ride today, which is going to take us about 12 hours. And I'm just going to share a little bit of today's ride, because the video is really about tomorrow as we get ready to ride through some of the beautiful state of New Mexico. Daybreak catches us as we cross the mighty Mississippi River. Followed by a beautiful sunrise as we cross the swamplands of Louisiana. And some 3 hours later, we make it into the great state of Texas. Slipping just south of Dallas and then Fort Worth under a beautiful blue sky. And after a 12-hour day, we arrive in Big Spring, Texas. Big Spring is where we'll spend the night with our dear friends TP and his wife Blistix. We put our bikes away and enjoyed some food that they'd prepared. And of course, more storytelling into the evening.
That's why I told her, it's just normal.
Well, this used to be Big Springs.
Did it?
We only had 2 springs, and one of them dried up, so now we got 1.
That drive up used to be big.
Yeah.
No, Trey, what's the destination today, man? Where we going today?
We're going to Roswell, then we're going to Lincoln, and then we're going to Riddle.
With the bikes out and the gear loaded, wasn't long before we were back on the road. All right, so this is day 3 of our trip. It's only about a 300-mile ride today, and it's really the focus of the video. No interstates, and the ride and the scenery should be pretty cool. Let me introduce you to the great people I'm riding with today. I have the privilege of riding with our host from last night, TP, on his 2016 Road Glide, and his wife Blistix on her 2016 Harley Trike, who, as you know, both live here in Texas. And Hold Up on an 08 Wide Glide. I nicknamed him Easy Rider. He's from Louisiana. And No Tread on a 2019 Road Glide. He's from the Sunshine State of Florida. And Governor on a 2019 Ultra Limited. He too is from Florida. And Saint on a 2014 Victory. He, like Hold Up, is from Louisiana. And I'm cruising along on my 2018 Road Glide. And we're crossing the flat plains of West Texas with New Mexico about 3 hours away. As the crew throttled west through La Mesa, Texas, it became evident out here that you're either into farming, oil, or wind energy. And it looks like some of the ranchers are into all 3. Good for them. I hope they're doing well. Was it unusual to have a crop duster fly over us in this part of the state? We rode through small towns, followed by small neighborhoods, and more small towns, and you guessed it, more open roads. And then we stormed into the land of enchantment, New Mexico. With its population just over 2 million people, this place provides a dream ride for those of us from crowded states and packed cities. A short time later, we entered Roswell, New Mexico. This is the place where some say in 1947, a UFO crashed, and some were convinced of it. On the left, you can see the Invasion Station store with its flying saucer atop the roof and the alien statue outside. In fact, we saw alien fixtures all over, including the streetlights. Their McDonald's is even shaped like an alien spaceship. And of course, they have an alien museum. We stopped at the local motorcycle shop where aliens were on display, and Nat'l was caught off guard by the company he was keeping. I mean, something strange was happening. My buddy Holdup appeared to be mesmerized by one of the aliens. He seemed to be in a trance.
Cause you looking pretty fly.
We finally got him away from the creature, and I got the guys out of Roswell as quickly as possible. But it was too late for Nat'l. Leaving the city limits had happened. Something came over him. But he indicated that he was okay, and we'd hoped whatever had happened would wear off with more miles of beautiful riding in southern New Mexico. Wow, check out this empty road and those beautiful mountains. I had someone tell me that out here there would be absolutely nothing. And I told him, man, just that nothingness, that's absolutely beautiful. No Walmarts, no subdivisions, no warehouses, just absolutely beautiful, man. I love nothing out here but earth. Love it. About 60 miles west of Roswell, we entered a little town called Lincoln. This town, with its some 17 buildings, was made famous by one of the most violent periods in New Mexico history, which included the outlaw Billy the Kid. In 1881, inside this courthouse, the outlaw and gunfighter Billy the Kid was being held, awaiting his execution by hanging. Of the 8 men he's known to have killed, one included the Lincoln County Sheriff, William Brady. It was Sheriff Pat Garrett that captured Billy the Kid in April of 1881 and brought him here. And this courthouse would be the last escape the outlaw would pull off, for on April 28th, Billy the Kid made that final escape, killing a U.S. Marshal as well as another deputy in the process. And Sheriff Garrett caught up to him in Fort Sumter on July 14, 1881. Sheriff Garrett shot and killed Billy the Kid. He was 21 years old. We rode out of Lincoln like a posse, searching for horse thieves or stagecoach robbers. And after a long, great day of riding, we made it to Rio Doso. All right, so we're arriving here at the Elegante Hotel. We're going to get checked in and get ready for the next ride. And that next ride, I want to take you to White Sands National Park. Okay, when we left the hotel this morning, it was 70 degrees. Out here in the desert, the temperature has already jumped to 92 degrees, so. And I'm not sure if you can tell it way off in the distance on the horizon right there. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. That large white area that looks like snow, that is White Sands National Park. And we'll be there in just a few minutes. On the right is the visitor center and the gift shop. There is a fee to enter the park, $20 for a motorcycle and $25 for automobiles. Man, it's hard to believe that we're in the middle of the desert right now and not at a beach somewhere. Okay, just up ahead, looks like the blacktop is going to become the part of the sand here, and I hope I don't embarrass myself. Here we go. Oh, it's not too bad. It's packed fairly well. I feel a little bit of a wiggle here and there, but I think we'll be all right. I don't know about you, but it seems like we just rode onto another planet. It's amazing to think that we're out here in the middle of the desert in New Mexico. Oh, in fact, let me tell you a little bit about this area. White Sands National Park is surrounded by the White Sands Missile Range, which occupies some 2 million acres of land. It's where our military conducts weapons systems testing. Which includes the Trinity site, where the first atomic bomb was detonated in July of 1945. That, as you recall, was part of the Manhattan Project. The national park itself covers 145,000 acres. It's the largest gypsum sand dunes in the world. We're going to pull into a parking area here and have a better look. The sand is so packed that we had no trouble with our bikes resting on the kickstand. Now time to walk on this stuff. As we topped one of the dunes, you could appreciate the enormous size of this park. As governor is moved to seek a higher power to find greater peace. Man, I don't know about you, but that looks like a scene out of the Book of Eli. By the way, some of that movie was filmed here. Oh, and if you do come in the middle of the day, make sure you wear your sunglasses because it's very bright. My dear friend Longbow, who used to be assigned out in this area, explains a little more about this unique place.
So right now we're in White Sands, approximately 20 miles outside of Untitled, New Mexico. Now, even though everybody knows it's White Sands, it looks like White Sands. It's actually a little bit of a misnomer because none of this around us is sand itself. It's actually gypsum. It's the same stuff the drywall is made out of. Now, where it's actually come from is about 10 to 20 miles away. There's lake beds that fill up whenever it rains out here, but they're temporary. When they dry up, the ground cracks up and that fine dust gets blown by the wind and it forms these dunes. Now these dunes themselves are constantly shifting. If you continue driving down Highway 70 towards Las Cruces, there's a point that the Border Patrol calls Point of Sands, where the dunes have moved so far they're actually encroaching over into the highway.
Time to leave White Sands National Park, but more great riding as we roll through Lincoln National Forest. guys, I think we're going to let you jump off here. We still have a few more days out here in New Mexico to do some more riding, but I think you get the picture of what a beautiful state it is to ride. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed making it. Until next time, be well and stay safe.